Hello, 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 welcome. I'm Ria, a reader who loves the rain, and today we are playing accidentally the sequel of a game. So this is Stellifier. I'm not really sure how it's supposed to be pronounced, but basically it's an otome game where you as a journalist end up dating your oshi whose group came back from retirement. Crazy. It has happened to me several times. Oh my goodness. Just thinking about my groups. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding because technically Highlight never retired. They just had to change their name, but they did get their name back, so that's awesome. Who else came back? Mainly Infinite for me. 2PM technically hasn't gone back together. I'm trying to think of who I used to listen to. BAP is having a hard time. I feel really bad. I love their music, but I do love that they've been performing their old stuff again. It's been so fun. Re-listening to those songs, they are still good. Crush, and I can't remember what the other ones were. Well, One Shot's always good, but there was like a couple that are like really fun, and they were really why I loved K-pop because it was fun. And let me just say, nowadays it's not like K-pop isn't fun, but nowadays K-pop is more westernized, and I mean, it is just a different era. It's just not for me, but at the same time, there is kind of a loss of the charm that originally made it unique. That's just my perspective. Just my perspective. I also hope you guys are doing well. Today is Friday. It is the end of the week. I hope you guys have plans for the weekend. Personally, I'm just gonna take it easy. Today I actually had a bit of a runny nose. It was kind of crazy. I was going to potentially reschedule the stream because I was thinking, I was like, am I getting a cold? I'm not really sure. But you know what I did? And this is not health advice, but it kind of is because if you're gonna get incorrect advice, I guess it might as well come from me. I had spicy noodles. Cleared my sinuses right up. I'm totally fine now. Like I said, technically not medical advice, but it worked. And now I'm fine. Also, this game is very interesting because I found out it's a sequel. It makes sense once you see it. I did have to do a slight playthrough in order to get an idea of what outfit to make. Oh, that's right, I didn't show my outfit. I might show that at the end. Usually I show it at the beginning, but I think this time I'll show it at the end. Because we're already here on the screen. I also don't want to, like, re-navigate certain things. My setup I didn't prepare. But it's very cute. It's very simple, and I just kind of adapted it to be, like, office wear, but cute office wear, you know? Technically, I'm a journalist. Originally, I thought I was an office lady, like a regular person who ended up dating her oshi, which is fun. But apparently, I'm a journalist who is doing writing articles, and then found out my oshi's group was having a comeback after retirement, and that was exciting. So if you like older love interests, this might be for you. Today we are trying, I think it's the early access version, but it's also a demo because you're only getting to play the first 3 days. So we shall see how it goes. Also, Love Bite came out with a new demo. I really want to play, but I can't download it for some reason. The download demo button does not work for me. I am devastated. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Almost reschedule the stream for that as well. Because I really like Love Bite, and we got very exciting. Anyways, let me give you guys a listen to what I've been listening to. This is the music. Alright, let's get right into it. Play. I did make a save file, but technically I didn't do anything. This is Frey. I think he's my favorite, not just because he's blue, but you know, primarily because he's blue. What is my name? What are my preferred pronouns? Okay, I have to click. I do have my very nice keyboard. As a journalist for Far Bright magazine, you've covered your fair share of entertainment news, including your recent hot scoop on the idol group Stellifier. I'm sorry, I don't really know how to pronounce it. They successfully made a comeback in the music scene with their older, sexier presence after being retired for over a decade from their younger, bright-eyed idol days. Wait, hold on a second. Let me try to say this with like a newscaster voice. Is it a... No, not a newscaster. As a narrator? Well, I'll try. As a journalist for Far Bright magazine, you've covered your fair share of entertainment news, including your recent hot scoop on the idol group Stellifier. They successfully made a comeback in the music scene with their older, sexier presence after being retired for over a decade from their younger, bright-eyed idol days. However, oh, darn. Can you go back? You can't. Sorry, my bad. While Stellifier is on its way to reclaim its former stardom by kicking off a major tour, you and Frey try to balance love and work behind the scenes before gossip makes its way to the front of the news. Like any other day, you head into the Far Bright office to work on today's batch of articles for publishing. Choose your topics of interest. Alright, this is me. I'm going to pick my outfit. As you can see, I chose the gray blazer. I chose this skirt. Actually, you can't see because I didn't show you guys, but I did make a plaid skirt. I think it's very cute. We're gonna wear black pumps. I think I'm gonna have this. It's very cute. For eyes, I think this is very me. Kind of like droopy. And this is the early access, so I think they'll have different styles available once they release the game in full. We'll go with this one, and then ponytail. Yep, that's me. Now, how do I continue? I don't think it's return, is it? How do I... Huh. Oh, there we go. Now we're gonna type. What am I gonna write? Recap on Archer's reality show. Aquasphere Network opens Vtuber auditions. A look at writers' cleanup efforts. Recent celebrity sightings. Deep dive into Aeschylus Corp and a deep dive into secret chat rooms. Let's go. We're gonna click this one. And then we're gonna pick a long article. Let's do a deep dive. Oh, okay, I can only do 2 of these. 1 long article or 2 shorts. Let's do 2 short ones to get an idea of it. Let's do Aquasphere. Let's do recent celebrity sightings. Finalize schedule. Collectibles, socials, and customize. I see. So let's play. Okay. Hit the enter key to move on to the next paragraph of your draft. Interrupted at work with fact checks and messages. Okay. You must respond by typing and hitting enter. Without doing so, you will not be able to continue the game. Tab and up and down. Okay. Oh, no! Have what it takes to dive into the... No! Auditions are now open for candidates. Oh, which VTuber agency was it? I can't see. Well, they just decided I'm wrong. To new virtual. I don't know why it's all wrong. Well, I'm disappointed in myself. I have a really quick question. How long have I been muted? Have I been muted this whole time? Holy smokes. Have I been live for 10 minutes and I've been muted the whole time? Hi, I'm Ria, a reader who loves the rain, and I was muted. Well, my bad. Just got here like a minute ago. It's alright, I'll rewatch the VOD and be sad. Welcome in, Double Red. I've learned that it's really tough. Oh, I have caps lock on. That's why my typing was off. Crazy. I figured out why everything was wrong. Alright. But, yeah. Apparently I was muted. I hope I wasn't muted earlier. I did check and I wasn't muted when I started the stream. But I might have been muted when I was switching windows and stuff. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyways, welcome in. Today we're trying out this demo. Only a couple minutes, if any. I thought you were locked in. Oh, okay. Thank you, Captain. Okay. I was locked in, but I was also trying to narrate as I was talking, and it wasn't going so well. But I'm really glad I wasn't muted since the beginning. That would have been disappointing. Anyways, I have chosen Frey. He's very cute. They are practicing for their concert. And apparently we're using Snapchat even though we are adults. I mean Snapbuzz. Snapbuzz. We have a clickogram. This is Love Bite, Messages, and News. The article I technically did not write because everything was in caps. Look! There he is! This is so cute! This is Frey. Guess he's dropping off a drink. Wow, he has... Aww. I thought you were busy practicing. What is this? Collectibles? Apparently I got this. Okay. Oh, he's gone. Oh wait, no, there he is! Is he... Oh, he doesn't have a drink this time. Wow, is he just gonna keep popping in like that? That's very cute. Is he patting my hair? Okay. Well, don't distract me. Wait, why can't I type? Eh? Okay. I could not type. No? No? Hello? Huh. Nope, can't type there either. Well, I don't really know what to do. My work! I'm dealing with technical issues. I'm gonna have to have IT come and sit down in the chair and help me. Maybe typing only works if you're muted. Hold on. That was not the answer either. We just gotta let time run out. I'm confused. Yeah, I know it's an F. I agree, but at the same time, I'm a little upset. Hold on, we're gonna restart this whole thing. Exit to main menu, confirm. We're gonna try this again. We're gonna try this again. Delete. Yes. Delete. No way, we're gonna try this all over again. See, this works. Oh, there it is. However, the current scoop that the public can't stop gossiping about is your high-profile relationship with Frey. I didn't read this earlier because I accidentally skipped over it. Alright. We're picking short articles. Why are short articles so difficult? Hold on, I got cute anime cheeks. And... hold on. Over here, this... wait. Nope, pink is cuter. Return. Okay. We'll do a Aquasphere again. And then interview on stars on what they're looking for in a partner. Top 4 hottest nightclubs. Hotel special in Ertha. Millionaire Rain Kingsley and the Melandra Guild. Sure. We'll talk about other people's love lives, so we'll distract them from our love life. My love life. Here we go. We'll try this again. Oi. Takes to dive into the aqua. Auditions are now open for looking to okay. Oh, nope. Has just been announced, but they have already implied that a new wave has already been in the works. Guess what I brought into the office today? Cookies? Not quite, but I brought some homemade Rice Krispies. I left them in the break room if you want them later. Oh, that was super fast. Excuse me. Hey, look, I got 99% accuracy. Let's go. I got a B. I'm a little disappointed in myself. This is still not up to my standards. But at least it was better than my score last time. Also, that's a huge article to be considered short. Alright. Check my socials. Yep, I can't believe that we are older. Do people still use Snapchat? Is it just me? People still use Snapchat? Crazy. Hey, these guys look familiar. Very fun. Here we go. They need to be willing to let me make them dinner every night. And give them shoulder rubs. Leave it. Who is this? Hey. Or not. These are some things. I don't like typos. Ask them what they're looking for in a partner. After all, these... John is out sick. Can you cover one of his shifts? Oh no, is he okay? Okay. No, they keep making... People keep texting me while I'm trying to work, distracting me. At least I still have 99% accuracy, and I was a little bit faster. I think my fingers are slowly warming up. Also, I'm making sure I'm not muted. So it says, who is the star in question? Midnight Vadin. Oh, that sounds familiar. Alexei Nova, Drake Ridion, Lysander D. Oscurio, and Rain Kingsley. Okay, none of these I'm familiar with. I was kind of hoping it would be the Love Bite people, but that's okay. Very fun though. I think the fact that Nochi Games has so many games in their repertoire and they can like meld the worlds, like this is so fun. Well, take a look. What do I have on Clickogram? Are you ready for a Stellifier comeback tour? 7 more days to go until they travel to your city for an unforgettable night with the stars. Let's go! My boy, front and center. And not just because he's blue. I mean, kinda because he's blue, but not only because he's blue. Okay. Guess we go home. He was gonna bring me a gift. For some artists, the Parfait Club is a place for beginnings. It's where they'll play small gigs until one day they're discovered and can take their talent to new heights. But for Stellifier, this club is where they come to celebrate every milestone, including new albums. And tonight, they're performing a short set to celebrate the upcoming tour. As Frey sings on stage with Hawkins and Mikhail, I find myself singing along with the crowd. We might have worked on only a few of those lyrics together, but I can't help falling in love with Frey all over again every time I hear him sing our song. As if reading my mind, Frey looks past the screaming audience to search for my booth in the back. I was narrating it as if I was like a newscaster, and I didn't realize this was like our perspective. When his eyes lock onto mine, he gives a captivating grin before crooning into the mic for the final notes. Calling for the masters to guide this ivy dance, for my tears will cease your fears, but I know I must be brave. For I'm your messenger to eternity, my stardust butterfly. This is an interesting outfit for a club. We'll find heaven together, my stardust butterfly. Spoken poetry, let's go. The entire club erupts into applause as the trio come together to close the night's set. Wow, what a crowd. I hope this means we got you all fired up for our new tour. We got loads of new music we can't wait to show you. Please come and see us. We promise it'll be an experience unlike any other, not that we've ever settled for the ordinary. Isn't that right, Frey? That's right. With Stellifier celebrating its first year back, we aren't settling for less when it comes to all of our incredible fans. So we hope you'll come see us under the starlight, because we'll be waiting for you. The crowd continues to go wild as the trio heads backstage to let the next act go on. Now, I'm sorry, I don't know if it's just me. They kind of look like VTubers. I get it. I think it's just because of like the jacket, the way that they're wearing their jackets. It just makes me think of them as VTubers. If this was only supposed to be a preview of the tour, imagine how everyone will be reacting to the full concert next week. The three of them have been working non-stop for months to make sure everything is perfect for the tour. They weren't even sure if they were allowed to do this last-minute preview show until Lorelei relayed Parfait Club's approval just this morning. That is short notice. Their agency had originally hoped the trio would perform last week, but Frey had a lecture he couldn't get out of giving at the university. You know what? That's right. All these idols have real-life jobs. Maybe they are VTubers. They do have day jobs. Or rather, it was one he didn't want to get out of. Frey's love of gothic horror still takes priority over Stellifier, but only by a smidge. I still have yet to figure out where I fit in between those two loves, but there's my stardust butterfly. Cute nickname, kind of a little long, but you know, I guess it's cute. Kissing my head, Jay joins me in the booth so nobody can see us as the lights get darker for the next act on stage. Don't think I didn't catch you singing along earlier. How else am I supposed to keep it together whenever you sing our song? Oh, this is the sequel, by the way. There was a game where you did romance some, so this is like, you get all the fluff. This is where you get all the fluff. Also, I picked this game solely for the typing. It was either that or rushing to the front row of my fan sign and reaching for your ankles. You know, I insisted on singing the song tonight because I was hoping you'd drop whatever you're working on as soon as I started singing. Does it look like I've been working at all? I was working until a pair of abs stole my attention. Where? Okay, not to say that he doesn't have abs. Maybe he does have abs underneath, but you cannot see them. Unless, I mean, technically the character probably knows what it is. Getting spoilers. Yeah, this is kind of like getting spoiled on the route, but you know, like, you can enjoy it. You can still enjoy it. And if you enjoy it enough, you should check out the first game. Does it look like I've been working at all? I welcome Frey to check the booth, but he immediately slips his hand into my coat pocket instead. I thought we were gonna save that for after we got home. You know what? They are older, it's fine. That was before you thought you could trick me into thinking you wouldn't bring your work with you. That's what this booth is usually for at a club like this, you know? Is it really? Silly me, I thought it was for something else. In response... Alright, this one has a little bit of spice. Nothing wrong with it, I'm just not gonna read it out loud. You probably think I'm joking, but I've given some thought about the... I didn't know this was this is spicy like this. Well, you know what? They're older. They're fine. If you're not checking your work messages afterwards, then I'll know I've given you everything. Not one to let him have. Oh, my bad. I don't think I can read out most of these lines. It was just that one time when I had to confirm an interview. That's one time too many for me. You could say that I needed some light reading. Alright, you two. Alright, we get it. You have a loving, healthy relationship. Aww, alright. Cute. Cute, but too spicy for me to read. Speaking of which, should we get going? I've already made you wait longer than you needed to. Besides, there's a new cafe I wanted us to check out at Hamin Village. Hamin? A quaint shopping village and tourist spot where Stellifier used to film their early music videos. Oh, cute! Instead of an overpriced cocktail hangover, let's go for a pair of croissants and some espresso. You know, that sounds really good. Croissants, pastry. Now that sounds like a recipe for a different kind of migraine. At least we'll be together by the time the migraines hit. Not that I wouldn't mind leaving sooner, but are you sure you don't want to stick around for a little while longer? Well, I would, but without another word, he places a protective hand over mine. Since coming over to the booth, he's had his back turned to the crowd, shielding me from prying eyes. And this is precisely why I adore him. I never doubted that he likes the wallflower in me, because he's secretly one too. I think most of the Stellifier fans left after your set. Maybe you're right, but I'm not taking chances. It's late anyway, and we both have to be up early tomorrow. Besides, I can only play a prince for so long before my insomnia decides to catch up to me. But you don't have insomnia, Frey. You're always the one who falls asleep before me. I was predicting tonight's mutually assured insomnia with you. As Frey waits for my answer, two pairs of hands come up from behind him. Huh? What the? It's the prince! Hi, Prince Frey, my professor turned idol turned husband. Now I can finally tell you about the nasty dreams I've been having about you since Chatterbox Weekly said you used to be... I think I should have checked what, the content rating for this was. A tabloid magazine known for its salacious stories and celebrity gossip. Don't even joke about that. I'm kind of offended that the article didn't even bother to correct the fact that I'm the former... Oh, you are? Alright. Last time I checked, getting kicked out of a host club doesn't make you one. Oh, you know, that makes more sense. Because he is, apparently his backstory is Frey is a professor. He's a little serious, but he's very sweet. He's kind of the bad boy, Hawkins. Mikhail is, looks like an angel, secretly a devil. So, take your pick. Let's keep the jabs focused on the prince here. I'm pretty sure we just caught him trying to bust out of here with his partner in crime. You two are trying to bail out on our post-gig ritual, eh? I have a lecture tomorrow. You mean a lecture or a lecture with me? Very funny, but she has as busy a schedule as we do for this week. So are we good to leave, or... You know, I'm not cutting you loose that easily. Aw, Hawkins. Seriously, Professor, why not stick around for a bit and take me for a spin on the dance floor? I think I'll pass. I'd rather get croissants. Why not let them see that goofy smile on your face whenever you hold her hand? Hey, that's just for me. You're not convincing me to change our plans, Hawkins. What if I said that the fans find you an even hotter catch now that they know you're spoken for? For some reason, that does happen. That does happen. Now you're just making things up. And fortunately, he's not this time. Lorelei briefly mentioned it the other day when she noticed that the photos of you and me have double the likes than your solo shots. the manager of Stellifier at record label Hypernova Harmonic Zero, H20. Oh, that's clever. Really? You see, our prince here is their forbidden fruit. Nope, mine. They only want him more when they can't have him. I guess I shouldn't be so surprised by this, but that isn't stopping Frey from looking like he has more reasons to leave this club now. Poor guy. His lobsters too buttery, steak too juicy. Wait, is it steak too juicy, lobster too buttery? Before he can withdraw into himself, I reach for his hand. For a moment, his gaze softens before looking noticeably chillier towards his friends. In that case, we better leave before the fanfiction starts making its rounds in here. Aw, but that's the best part! I agree, but part of me kinda wishes that AO3 was not as normalized as it is now, unfortunately. It's just... I won't bring up too many things, but there have been recently... How do I explain this? People complain about the books they're reading, but don't look for the books that they want to read. And then they complain that they... That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways. Let them go, Hawkins. It'd do us all better to call it an early night anyway. Speak for yourselves. If I'm gonna be away from my beloved Parfait Club for the next few months, you best bet I'm gonna be here until dawn. As Hawkins prances off, that's so funny to imagine, to join the audience for the next group performing, Mikhail tries to play damage control of us. They do. Like... Yeah, it's not just the tourists, it's like... people who are using it to make a spectacle of things. I have a lot less respect for a lot of journalists now who are using it as like a shock value, but very poorly done and inappropriate shock value. And yes, arguably they are reading, but I have recently learned that some people only read dialogue. Or some people... How do I explain this? They're complaining that books are using too complicated of words. And I am not here to disparage anyone's vocabulary or reading level or anything like that. Simply, I think that when you make fun of someone for being excited to learn new words and looking up definitions of words in order to understand, and telling authors that they have to dumb down their vocabulary instead of you improving, there's a weird disconnect here. There's a weird disconnect here. Anyways, sorry if we said anything you didn't need to hear, Frey. Honestly, it's not like I don't know what people say about us online. You'd think we'd be more relieved that people seem fine about me and Rhea dating, but... Turning to me, Frey can't help but reach over to hold my hand. That doesn't mean I'm up for plastering everything about us online. Not even for the views or likes. I don't think management is thinking that you two should be milking it either. Hopefully it's just organic interest that doesn't get out of hand. Hopefully. You get some rest too, alright, Mikhail? I'll make sure I do. But if you see my lost lights on next door, you two have every right to barge in and scold me for it. Ha, I'd say the same for us, but no you don't. Before Frey can sneak a smile, Mikhail pushes us towards the back door exit themselves. You really can be worse than Hawkins sometimes. As we walk towards our car, Frey pauses and looks at me. Do you think Mikhail's right about that? That I can be worse than Hawkins? I shouldn't be answering that in public. Let me think. What's between a demon and an angel? Hold on. I shouldn't be answering that in public. Wait, so does it mean I am worse than Hawkins? Where do you think you're going? As I playfully try to walk ahead of him, he speeds up to catch me. You can't leave me hanging like that. I need to know that I've at least maintained some public dignity as the People's Prince. You could always wait for me to tell you when we get home. But neither of us will feel much like talking. How can he have such a straight face while he says that? I don't know, I can't even read it. You're not as bad as you think you are, Frey. If anything, you're good at being the people's prince since you've never shied away from all the responsibilities you have. Well, right now, my main responsibility is getting us home safely. Oh, but not before we get those croissants I promised you. This is why I knew it. I saw him, I was like, wow, this is my pick. He's the reason I actually decided to play this game. I can admit it now. Look at this man. He is a professor. He is sweet. He gets me croissants. And he's blue. He's literally perfect. As we finally reach the car, I briefly check my messages and scroll through a few videos and wondering if there's any of tonight's show. Oh, they're already posting some good clips of the three of you singing Astromancer tonight. Really now? I wonder if any of them caught the moment when Mikhail secretly saved Hawkins on that last beat. Actually, I think this video has a better angle of it. Let me see. Wait, I think I might have swiped too fast on it. Suddenly, Frey stops at the next video as the next video starts playing and his smile quickly fades. Someone in the audience was filming you tonight? It looks like it. I try not to sound too surprised for Frey's sake as we both watch the video loop. The video keeps flashing between clips of Frey singing Stardust Butterfly from tonight's concert, whilst with some of me singing along while hiding out in the booth. I know the clips aren't the only thing that has Frey's alarms going off, it's the captions too. Whatever you do, don't ever leave a guy who looks at you like the way the Princess Stellifier looks at his muse. Seriously, you can't fumble this one for the rest of us. I don't like this. It's funny how they think I call you a prince all the time. They're right though, I can't fumble this one. We'll try to keep it lighthearted. That's not funny. Okay, sorry, I didn't... Why not? Would you rather I take their words to heart? I'd rather we don't pay attention to them. What do they even mean by this one? What happened to not giving them attention? I don't like what they're getting at. I know we've seen more nefarious things about us online, but why do they need to make you their proxy? Well, I know the answer. I know he's not gonna like it. Yeah, the thing about being in public relationships. Nonetheless, I give it a shot. You know we aren't the only couple who gets these kinds of comments, right? It's just the nature of the game with celebrity life online. I know, but I wanted you to come along tonight and I want you to keep coming to every show you can, but just without fans watching your every move. Well, for the most part, you've been doing a stellar job keeping most of the attention on Stellifier on stage. Aw, Frey leans in and places a loving kiss on my forehead before opening the car door for me. What I really want is to keep doing all that I can to protect you. Because without you, none of this is real to me. That is so sweet. Look, he brought food. I am food motivated. Oh, sure. I think I can only write short articles. A recap on Archer's reality show, Mystery Under the Moonlight Masquerade. That sounds fun. Rumors about Celebrity Midnight. Feature on Titus Alexandros. Zero's Zodiac Forecasting Show. Let's go. Alright. Crickety crick. Let's go. If there's one romantasy book that's been taking over book chats lately, it's the surprisingly... What's the book called again? I don't know. I haven't even gotten there yet. The Moonlight Masquerade. Spicy new bestseller. Eve of the Moonlight Masquerade. Anonymously published novel recently topped several charts. Which one are you? Darn it! At least I have 100% accuracy. My RPM is so slow though. Okay, what is it? Ariande and Soriel. Romantasy. Interesting. Save up to 80% by switching today. Switching today to what? To the fountain? At least I got a +5 fact check bonus added. That was terrible draft though. I got a new snap message. I was grabbing that new book you wanted, but getting mobbed at the mall by fans wasn't part of the plan. Oh no! Oh, this is the news I published. I didn't realize this was so loud. Alright. Oh no, it stopped typing again. Well. Sad. How are you guys doing? I think this is really interesting. I will say that do you think you can play this as a standalone if you already know who you like? I mean, of course there'll probably be references later along the lines where you try to figure out... I guess like when... there'll be probably references later. Like for example, the song you wrote together. That's probably a reference to the previous game. Hold on. I'm a little sad. I don't know why it randomly stops letting me type. I don't want to restart the game. Nope. Okay. I'm not muted either. Well, I got an F. No autosaves? There is an autosave, but I don't know if it's like... if it, like, where it will load to. I'll try it next time. But so far, we've had a disconnect twice now. Whoa, look. Oh wait, new one. Oh my god, the cards finally arrived in the mail. Oh, that's cute. So are these? Oh, photo cards. They're photo cards. That makes sense. Work session tonight. Aww, he's very cute. Supernova Zero's astrology show review. Well, guess we just go home. After a long day of work, nothing is more perfect than reviewing my research notes, cuddle up against Frey while he's grading student papers. I peek from my notes to catch him sneaking a moment to review a new set of lyrics he's been working on while grading. Dang, he can write lyrics and grade? If you give me a minute, I'll have you take a look at them. I like his outfit. The blue is really nice on him. Frey pushes the set of lyrics to me while kissing me softly on my cheek. Also, I think I used to have a shirt that was this color. I'm still trying to sort some ideas out, but I'm kind of imagining a more experimental kind of melody Hawkins could play for this. Setting my own work aside, I sit back and read through the lyrics. You're quiet. I'm still reading. Imagine the folklore we've created simply by carving our place among the stars. Foretold to be alone, for you've stolen my butterfly, and now I'll never smile for daisies again. Is it too obvious? The fans will be rioting at dawn with these lyrics, and this is one way to get the message across. Well, this is one way to get the message across. I was thinking the same thing. It's a shame, really. I thought I was done writing emo lyrics some 15 years ago, but here we are. I still think they're quite powerful. I do wonder how many of them are going to think this song suggests that someone made me break up with you. I mean, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it for them. Frey, you don't want them throwing other people under the bus either. Now that you mention it, if they throw Hawkins' name in, I'll have shot myself in the foot. I mean, what else could they interpret out of that line? For you've stolen my butterfly, and now I'll never smile for daisies again. Wait, doesn't that sound more like... Doesn't that sound more like Death Came Along? Yeah, That's dark. We both pause and look at each other before Frey swiftly reaches for his red pen. Oh hell no, not even high school Frey would run with these lyrics. Come on, there's gotta be another image to get this point across. Foretold to be alone like some... I'm thinking. Foretold to be alone like some lucid wolves only to... Okay, now, lucid wolves is where I cross the line. I think that imagery isn't much better. Catch butterflies with our lips again. See, now that's another way to share your story with them. Oh, setting the lyrics aside, he surprises me with a kiss. Thank you. I just wanted to know that some wolves would rather explore in the woods than hunting prey if they had the choice. Well, I think you have the right imagery to go off of now. Do they? Is it just me? Lucid wolves... Maybe my imagination isn't broad enough. I'm trying to figure out how lucid wolves is the right imagination. Because he said wolves would rather explore the woods than hunt. Oh well. Who knows, maybe it won't turn out to be such an emo song. I'll settle for anything that carries the point across without starting fires. To be honest, I keep coming back to that video view and the views keep climbing. I really don't get it, and for once, it's not because I don't understand social media to begin with. I wouldn't call it harmless fun, but some of the comments are just noting how happy we look together. Yeah, but do they really need to be telling you that their fate rests in your hands? Against his better judgment, Frey sets his pen down to reach for his phone. In a matter of seconds, he's back to scrolling through the comments while muting the video. Wait, does he have the video bookmarked? How else did he get it to it so fast? Oh boy. I want to stop him from looking, but a part of me knows that Frey's imagination has other ways of going off if he doesn't check. That happens to me too. Like, if I'm thinking of something, I do have to confirm it. Otherwise, I'll just keep stewing and rolling with the thoughts until I resolve whatever it is that I was thinking about. Yes, I know I shouldn't be checking these kind of posts. Ignorance was truly bliss until I realized that there are people trying to roleplay as you in the comments, or even be you. To tell you the truth, I wouldn't be caring about this so much if you wanted the attention, but I know you don't. Frey can't help but pull me closer to him in a protective hug. Aww. When we started dating, I used to think the real problem was going to be dealing with fans who didn't want to see me with someone. Now it's like some of them care way too much. The past year, I've been willing to let them look into the Prince of Stellifier's world, but that doesn't mean I'm letting them into my world. I just want what we have to be just ours alone. Sounds like Frey wants a Zendaya and Tom Holland relationship, where yes, there are people invested in your relationship, but, you know, parts of it are just for them, you know? And that's okay. I can hear the pain in his voice as he's trying not to think about how much worse this could become. Hold on. All I can do is cuddle him some more as he responds to my warmth with a small kiss to my hand. You know I want that too, Frey. Like Mikhail said though, it's not like management is asking you to contribute to the online obsession. If any fans ever show up to your office, you'd tell me, right? I'm even thinking about asking Mikhail if there's any more security we can add around here too. I know that we already live in one of the safest apartments, but nothing feels good enough right now. Do you think your office would kill me if I asked them to revamp their security too? Probably. What about the days I have to go conduct interviews or attend other events? Which reminds me, I was just invited to the new Digital Mythology Summit this weekend. Wait, really? Several of my school colleagues are planning to attend. Maybe I should go. Which day is it again? It's on the morning of your concert. Oh. Well, if it's going to be in the morning, then I could try to be there for a couple of hours with you before I have to head out. Wait, did I hear that right? I paused from cuddling him to look him in the eyes. What's that look for? Did you really just say you try to attend? The day of his concert? What, you don't want me there? Frey, of course I do. I'm just trying to figure out how it all works. There's no way Lorelei would let you risk showing up late for the concert. On a scale of 1 to 10, how sure are you about that? Need I remind you that it was your article on me that ended up encouraging management to work around my teaching schedule if I was going to stay with Stellifier? I thought that was mine. Well, he is right about that part. What I do for a cute academic day together. I can't let you risk this tour. I don't think he wants to risk it either, but... I don't know, we'll be cute. Oh, what I do for a cute academic day together. I don't know if I can promise you a whole day together, but I could give you a morning and maybe some of the afternoon. If I could, I'd give you more than just that. We can still make the most of the morning, can't we? No. Okay, this is not what I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be like kind of sarcastic, where it'd be like, I wish we could, but we know we shouldn't. When did it turn into? It'd still be a perfect morning to share with you. Aw. Even just the thought of sitting through a panel together sounds like paradise. That's when you know I'm starving for this kind of socialization. Not the one that has me questioning my life's choices. Poor guy. I wonder if any of your fans would try to get into the event. Luckily they can't. It's an academic conference. You never know, Frey. You are a professor. I'm sure there are academics who are also your fans. Pushing my work aside, I try to think through this plan some more. Just think, while everyone's expecting me to be backstage, we'll be sitting hand in hand during a panel discussion, or taking a stroll meeting other writers. And... oh, you're throwing in another benefit? Well, I know how you get when you finally have the chance to call me professor in a public setting. Holy smokes! They do be playing like that, I guess. So, how's that for sweetening the deal? Nope. As much as I want to tell him that he's already convinced me, I wonder what more he'd offer if he keeps going. Can I also pick your tie for that morning? How about I even let you choose my whole outfit? After all, you... oh, okay. Frey holds my hands to his chest, knowing he's already won me over. He accepts his victory with a warm kiss from my lips. How about I let you go pick that tie for me now? Okay, there, you two. Wow, it's already day 3. This is the last day in-game, by the way. Hello, welcome in, Olive. We are playing a surprisingly slightly spicy game. I say that. It's actually a typing game, but I've learned that I type real slow. Maybe I'll just try to do one long article. Let's try doing one long article. Deep dive into Aeschylus Corp. A look into Aegis Azurite Company. Yeah, let's go, slow typers. Okay, let's try to do it. No! Okay, it still won't let me type. Let's go back. Exit to main menu. Wait, no, cancel. Save files. What if I load? Whoa! Day 3, okay. Oh, sweet cold brews. Oh, a retrospective with Stellifier's Frey! Okay, I want to do that, but let's try doing a deep dive into secret chat rooms. Well, let me type. Okay. In this week's deep dive, we'll be looking at a certain secret Discord chat whose invite link popped up while working on another Discord. Oh shoot! Invite link led to a Discord community known as Oh, Channel Aqua, which has over 100 members and counting. No. What's going on? This is... Okay. I need to continue typing. Discuss their favorite... No! I was capitalized again. First. Well, this is in no way unordinary from other fan. At least I got 99% accuracy and a +10 fact check bonus. Wow, I can't believe Channel Aqua accidentally leaked their Discord link. That sounds disastrous. I'm gonna read the article. This is one of the articles I'm actually curious about. It all started when an invite link to a certain Discord chat popped up while we were working on a piece on Aquasphere Network, the major corporate VTuber agency raking up views of their colorful catalog of virtual talents. So, what does one do when they see a suspicious link? You dive into the Aqua, of course. The invite link immediately took us to a Discord community called Channel Aqua, which has over 100 members and counting who all regularly come together to discuss their favorite Aquasphere Network VTubers on a weekly basis. While online fan communities like these are nothing new, there was one thing that stuck out to us just before we called a day after chatting with a few Aqua chatters, as they all fondly call each other. After replying to one rather angsty and outspoken chatter known as Wizard Pit, we were anonymously sent a new invite to another group outside of Channel Aqua. This subgroup, which consists of only less than 10 members, calls itself the Aqua Cyber Police. What found there is the secret chat was shocking. While dubbing themselves as a cyber police, the group lacks any real jurisdiction or control over Channel Aqua or any other online communities. However, their name lends itself to their intention to monitor any possible doxing or leaking of any of their favorite VTubers' personal information, including their real identities, past VTuber personas, and location. There seems to be one known hacker within the group, dubbed as Hacker Glow, but it's possible there can be more than one. Wizard Pit is also in this chat, yet in the times we sat in their discussions, he's more prone to ranting about the inclusion of Angelites, aka fans of the popular VTuber Equinox Angeldine, than playing secret operative against Aquasphere Network leakers. This is crazy. I can't believe that for some reason they gave the journalists access to the subgroup. I feel less special about getting in now. Meanwhile, other members of the Aqua Cyber Police have posted links and evidence of other known doxers, leakers, and hackers within the community who've been targeting other major VTuber agencies and individuals outside of Aquasphere Network. This also includes individual users within the Channel Aqua. In spite of their heroic attempts, the morality and ethics of these online fan groups tends to often fall into a gray area. For example, while the Aqua Cyber Police maintains that their intentions are innocent, they are still technically at risk for committing cyber crimes of their own by leaking private information of the hackers themselves. There is also little verification, if at all, over the authenticity of the Cyber Police users themselves. This leads to the possibility that some of the leakers could very well be members of this chat. Other users have also alluded to having mutuals or direct contact with Aquasphere Network talents, but once again, there is little to no way to verify any of these claims. As of late, Aquasphere Network has become more outspoken over the rampant threats of doxing and cyber attacks against their talents and other active VTubers within the larger community. They have encouraged fans to report any illegal activities or leaked information on their site. Aside from maintaining the safety of their talents, privacy is a core part of the immersion factor when it comes to VTubers. Talents in Aquasphere Network and other major agencies will withhold personal information to protect the integrity of the talent's persona. So while groups like the Aqua Cyber Police continue to work in the shadows trying to keep their neck of the woods safe from hackers, it's yet to be seen whether they will spare from investigation should Aquasphere Network take action in the future. Oh, that was a good article. We have a secret community better called journalistic chat. Exactly. That's why I'm like, really, guys? Really, guys? Alright. I got a message. Oh, I got a message from Frey. His smirk and that behind the scenes reel from yesterday, Lord help me. Wait, is there not a new post? Oh, same one. Our case. Alright. This is the last day. Let's find out what happens. This is Frey, by the way, delivering me coffee. Frey's still not here yet. Are these the Aquasphere peeps? These are not. These are the Stellifier peeps. This is the sequel to the Stellifier game. The Aquasphere is just part of the devs. It's like kind of like, what is it called? Shared universe? Yeah, it's a shared universe. There's a line winding out of the bookstore and into the street for the book launch event. I'm standing in the back of the line in an itchy wig, glasses, and an oversized cardigan waiting for Frey. The things we do to go on a bookstore date, I guess. Come to think of it, Frey hadn't planned on joining me for tonight until he sent me those voice messages. How did he manage to get Hawkins to drop off this wig and glasses at my office? As I look around the crowd of book fans, I wonder whether I'll be able to spot Frey once he arrives. Just then, someone gently taps my shoulder. Hey, are you in line too? Oh, Professor, it's nice to see you here. Oh god, I accidentally almost said his name just now. Holding back a laugh, Frey moves next to me in line. So, new hair color, huh? I like it on you. Do you have a habit of noticing people's hairstyles, Professor? Not really, just yours. Would you still feel that way if I told you that Hawkins insisted on me using this one? Did he tell you if he washed it beforehand? I knew I had forgotten something. Who uses a wig like this anyways? Well, for the same reasons you and I need one right now. I just hope that's all it's ever been used for. Okay. I didn't need to know that about Hawkins. There's nothing quite like wearing a dubious wig while pretending like this snarky professor isn't mine. He is, though. We watch as they begin letting in the first people in line, but it's still going to take a while before we reach the store. Normally I don't mind doing lines, but the professor is trying to pinch my cheek right now. PDA in public? Scandalous. You're so cute. Hands off, or... Sure, let's just go all the way. I'm ready for extra credit, Professor. Wait, no. Turning towards him, I rest my hand on his. I'm ready for extra credit, Professor. Oh, well. Yeah, they are. You know, it's great. Love that they have a great loving relationship. Wonderful, love this for them. Wow. I'm not reading this out loud. Nothing wrong with it. It's just like, I don't want the sound bites. I slowly watch Frey's sanity withering in real time as he fights the urge to kiss me. So, do you think anybody here would be willing to keep our spots in line? Professor! What? I thought we were making an academic connection here. One look at each other is all it takes for us to almost blow our cover. Fighting back a laugh, Frey finally settles for brushing his fingers against the tips of my fingers. In all seriousness, we should get dinner right after this. Don't you have to be at a certain place in an hour? I can be 2 minutes late. Besides, I don't think that... Frey stops all of a sudden. Huh? What's the matter, Professor? Whatever you do, don't turn around. Just slowly take my hand and come with me. I don't think twice about taking Frey's hand, but even as we begin to slip away from the line, I hear the familiar sound of camera shutters going off. Smile, Frey! Look this way! You too! This is something that I would consider. Well, It's pretty normal, it's just not something I'd read out loud. Ray doesn't look back once as the crowd is finally noticing us. Phones are coming out of pockets as the street is suddenly lit by cameras flashing. Damn it. Come on, Rhea, stay close to me. The two of us rush towards an alleyway trying to figure out where to go next. We can hear the commotion behind us, but we aren't far enough away to stop and rest. Not once has Frey let go of my hand. I've never seen him this angry as he keeps cursing under his breath. Damn, I can't believe this. How did he even figure it out? Well, we did kind of plan this idea out at the last minute. Rhea, those photographers came ready for us. They knew we were going to be here. I didn't even see them stop to check the line for us. They knew exactly where we were. What are you saying? On a hunch, Frey pulls out his phone. It doesn't take long before he finds what he's looking for, only to fight the temptation to hurl his phone on the ground. They remembered my suit. Wait, what do you mean? They also recognized your wig and compared it to one of the ones that Hawkins' dates wore during some rave at Parfait Club. Of all the ways to be found out by this wig, this one cuts the deepest. This is so ridiculous. Tell me, who the hell has the time to check whether you like the post on this bookstore's page or not? I still can't get over the level of forensics these people are capable of. Yeah, honestly, if fangirls got into the FBI, I think a lot of things would be resolved super fast. Well, anything we do online is fair game. Yes and no. What I post on my main Stellifier account is fair game. But seeing that I barely post on anything beyond what management tells me to, you'd think they get the hint that they're not entitled to anything more. They shouldn't be checking your page either. You barely use it as it is, and I know that's because of me. My heart sinks even as Frey pulls me into his arms. He still won't stop shaking, but I have no idea anymore if it's out of fear or anger. Whichever one it is, I don't blame him at all. I'm so sorry. I didn't think they would. Hey Frey, you two enjoying a little date night? Instead of answering, Frey fiercely keeps an arm around me as we hurry down the alleyway. The only thing this photographer is going to be getting is a shot of this ruddy wig hitting the camera's lens. The paparazzi finally loses our trail once we cross further into downtown. God, I hope that's the last of them. I'm guessing they went towards the arena thinking we're heading there next. Are you alright? They find us again, I won't let them. I won't. I reach out to hold his hand to calm him down as we try to catch our breaths from all the running. Hold still for me, please. But what if they catch us, Frey? I won't let them this time. They came looking for a show from us, but I'm not gonna let them see us at all. Without another word, Frey pulls me away from the main street and leans in, capturing my lips in a desperate kiss. Aw, I thought he said he weren't gonna let him see anything. Whoa, okay, you just said you wouldn't let them see anything. I don't know, I'm getting mixed messages here. Whoa, spicy. I sure as hell won't let anybody interrupt us now. I promise you, I'll take you to the bookstore as soon as I come back from tour, alright? But this is what I'm going to miss every day we're apart, and the last thing I want is someone getting to see this view of you when it's only meant for me. Okay, alright, the second one is super cheeky. You're right, Frey, they can never take this moment from us. My words are like a spell over Frey as he clasps my face in his trembling hands. That's so sweet. What we have will never stop feeling right to me. Why do you think that I can't stand the thought of someone stealing this moment from us? Because when those people see our photos or urge us to live up to their expectations, they're not seeing the truth. They have no idea what my heart feels when I can't even take you to a bookstore and spoil you the way that I want to. Frey leans in again to kiss me. Surprisingly, a tender kiss. Yeah, I can tell. Nobody could ever have this. You're the only one who can take off. Alright. Wow. Wow. Spicy. You know, these lines are exactly the kind of lines, what is it? I guess it's like romantasy lines. Very, very sweet. Very sweet. Exactly, and no one can ever take that away from us. Even if I know that's easier said than done, I choose to believe him, seeing the love in his eyes right now. Oh, that's ominous! That's a flag! That's a flag! I was going to try some of the other routes. I figured that'd be kind of fun. We do have time as well. But you know, I do think that Frey was definitely the love interest I would have picked or would have wanted if I was playing the first Stellifier game. By the way, they do have another logo. This game is called Stellifier The Comeback. I do have it linked in my description box if you guys are interested in checking it out for yourself. This is early access. Oops. This is early access, so technically you get the full first for 3 days, but it is for free if you guys want to check it out for yourselves. I am kind of curious about Mikhail, so we'll probably try his route. And we have like a lot more time than I expected. I honestly thought I'd do more typing. I feels wrong to use my name. We'll go with this. Because it feels wrong to have the same name with Mikhail and Frey. Real. Here's... I think I'm gonna have blue hair this time. I'm gonna be slightly different. Purple? Oh, dark blue. I like that. We can still have a ponytail. Now I look like a typical... What is it? I guess like a manga female lead. Because the blue and purple hair is meant to distinguish, but technically everyone has dark hair. Wow. No, let's do pants. Let's do... pants are not as cute. Pants could be cute. Could I do a different top? I could. Sure. Make an entirely different person. Okay. But I still want these eyes. Gotcha. Wow, look, this is Aria. It is not Ria. Let's try to type. Crackety crack crack. Stellifier performing in a new film. I have to write about that. Alright. And a spotlight on a bachelor. Let's go. I wonder why it always stalls when I try to type twice. The stars are aligning for Stellifier, whose name only continues to shine brightly in lights. Along with their tour on the horizon, Stellifier. Shoot! It was just announced that Stellifier will perform the ending credits song for an upcoming film. What happened? Starring... I didn't realize I could type while the conversation was going on. I wasn't even reading. Details are scarce at the moment. 100% accuracy, and I improved my WPM. Let's go. Wow, Drake Ridian film. Thanks so much for stopping by, Olive. Have a great rest of your night. Crazy. Alright. So this is an upcoming film. Interesting. I'm not gonna read all the articles, because we do got a lot to read. But let's see if I, for once... this is very familiar. I feel like I've seen this. Okay. Oh, it worked! Okay. This time we could type twice. In this article, do not, in fact, belong to the author this time. This piece was... Who are we spotlighting? Roman D. Santori. Commissioned by Roman... This is a promotional piece! Roman D. Santori would like for everyone to know, as per his own words, which one are you thinking of? That he is single and... I'm slower, but I still got 100% accuracy. Oh look, that's Mikhail. Let's see. Same. This is so funny that like the opinions expressed in this article do not necessarily reflect the views of the author, as this piece was commissioned by Roman D. Santori. Alert! Emergency! Clickbait here! Wow, okay, I have to read this one. This one's so funny. The noble, suave, and totally nice bro Roman D. Santori would like for everyone to know, as per his own words, that he is single and has been ready to mingle, and maybe do more than mingle, if you know what I mean. So if you've been waiting for a 6'3" himbolicious hunk of a heart of gold and abs made of platinum, then your prayers have been answered. Roman is now taking applications for anyone interested in taming this sexy beast. According to Roman himself, here's what he has to offer. He's old money. Roman D. Santori is the heir to the noble house Santori, known for investing in fashion, culture, and seafood exports. So you can bet that this bro comes from old money, big money, literally every kind of money. He's a Scorpio, so you know what that means. He's toxic. He's IRL famous, since he was once scouted to be a model and has auditioned for countless collaborations. So he's not just some wannabe celeb. He's the real deal. Just ask his entourage, who'll have your back. He'll be your 6'3" bro-tector. All those days hitting the gym will finally pay off the moment he has to protect you from thugs, bullies, the paparazzi, and guys named Titus. He's Mr. Sensitivity. Roman swears up and down that he's loyal and insists that nobody listens to anyone who claims otherwise. He's a dude of culture. Because of course, you refer to them as dudes of culture. When it comes to his favorite genre, he's all about romantasy, so be prepared for some sexy reading nights together, so long as you're capable of reading the big words for him. If you're not already going gaga for this man, then you should know that he already for the perfect date planned. A successful leg day at the gym with you, a cool down, and a couple's deep tissue massage at the spa, then a drink at the cafe, and then... If this sounds like the man of your dreams, then you can slip into his DMs at It's Roman D. Santori. Any submissions sent directly to Farbright Magazine will be discarded. I'm just saying, if you all that, then you don't need to write about it. How is it possible that time has flown by so quickly? It feels like it was just yesterday I was trying to get a hold of Stellifier to interview each of them for their first comeback concert. Now here we are, one full album, one EP, a whole year of media scrutiny, And now Stellifier is back at the top of the charts, and Mikhail and I are still strong as a couple. With the tour kicking off in just a few days, tonight is all about avoiding hot topic questions and celebrating with elegant sips of champagne. You know, I was going to continue, but I might have to cut it there. Is the typing just a mini game, or does it have hidden mechanics with the routes? Interesting question. I have no idea. So the whole point of the game is that you are a journalist, so the typing game is, I think it's meant to be the point. But I will say that this is a sequel, so I actually don't know if I don't think the original game was a typing game. I think it's just this one. But yeah, I can feel my voice. I think I mentioned this earlier in like my pre-chat, but I did kind of have a cold today, and I tried to deal with it by having spicy noodles, which kind of worked. It kind of worked. I no longer have a runny nose, but apparently my voice is not doing great after the spicy noodles. Which is probably to be expected. But yeah, I actually think that there might be a hidden mechanic because there are Stellifier articles you can write. So I wonder if those will add to the fact, though, like if those will affect the progression if you write Stellifier articles, or if you completely avoid Stellifier articles. You think your boss would be mean enough to make you write articles about your relationship with the Stellifier members? I feel like that'd be crazy later in game. Consume more ginger? I actually do eat quite a bit of ginger. Is there one of these games of beautiful women instead of beautiful men? Good question. There probably is. I don't think it's from Nochi though. Let me just double check. I did mute again. Thank you for letting me know. So, Nochi Studios, which is a studio that makes these games, they do have games like Somnia 11 and Plastic Trick, which have female love interests. Well, female love interest. But they don't have any games so far where it is all female love interest. There are other dating games. Let me think. There are quite a few that came out this year that are beautiful women that you can woo and court. But those are spicier. I haven't found one yet that I was like, yeah, I can play this on stream. But they definitely do exist. Do not fret. There were quite a few. Hello, Foco. Welcome in. Today is just a day of muting. Yeah, there's been a couple I've seen. I think there was... Well, I will say that because I haven't played them yet, they probably also haven't reached out to me. But the ones I did find, they looked very cute, but they were spicy. They were like, what is it? There was a dating game I played before. Oh, Thank you for the super sticker, Falco. It's always your very cute black cat. I was gonna say that there was one game I was actually thought was really cute, but I didn't end up getting to play. I think it was a magical girl dating sim, if I remember correctly. Makes me want to go back to my list. There's actually quite a few games that I wanted to try, but a lot of them are much shorter than this. So something I'll have to look into. Right? Magical girl dating. There's also one I wanted to play that is fully released. It is the main character you play as a magical girl, and I don't think your love interest are magical girls, but it seems very cute. Is Civs one of the games you want to try? No, no. Still don't really like what is it called? Oh my goodness, Focal! Thank you for the 50 memberships. That's crazy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Focal. Welcome to the membership, everyone. Holy smokes. Wow. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Wait, Focal, did you also get a gifted membership? That's so funny. You did. You were the first one to receive a membership from yourself. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. I'm speechless. But that is so kind of you. This is the second time you've done that. Oh, that's true. That's right. I think the other time you gifted memberships, you also got one yourself. Hi, Julie. Welcome in. I know. It was crazy. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry, I'm just a little. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I forgot what we were talking about. Completely forgot. Let me try to jog my own memory. I think I was talking about games that I wanted to try. I said I didn't want to try Civ. There was a couple of other games that I was interested in, but there's nothing that I admit really catch my attention right now. I actually kind of wanted to go back. Okay, I don't remember what I was talking about, Double Red, but I know that's definitely not what I would have said. I was actually thinking about going back to like a couple series. Sure. A couple series that I have played, like for example, Incombini. I want to play it again and I want to finish it. I actually really want to get back into Incombini. I want to finish Tiny Bookshop. So I feel like instead of trying new games, besides this one, I was very interested in this one because I really liked Frey, and I wasn't wrong. Oh my gosh, Focal, 5 more! Oh my goodness, thank you! That's crazy, Focal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm really gonna have to make the membership content now. What I was going to say was I just had a member exclusive stream earlier, and then I did make it public recently. It is the Rhythm Heaven demo if you guys are interested, but I'll definitely have to make membership exclusive content now. I will try, for me personally, like the idea of doing membership first content and then making it public rather than just membership exclusive. But there are definitely demos and games that I plan to do as membership only streams. Yeah, aren't the emotes cute? I did make the bubble tea one myself. That is technically my hydrate emote. The other ones are very, very cute. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, there are lots of games I want to try. I really want to finish because, for example, Time Stranger, I'm really struggling making the thumbnail. I don't really know why. I think it's because I was trying to think of, for example, you want to, for me, when I do Time Stranger, I already have kind of like a template. And I feel like I have to refresh it to kind of give myself some new inspiration. I need to refresh my outfit. But then I looked at the Time Stranger other outfits and I don't like any of them. So I think I'm going to stick with my outfit, but I'm going to have to refresh the thumbnail some other time. The unreleased video projects is membership incentive. I would promise those, except the fact that I'm still editing the a cappella song cover means that I feel like I need to focus on that before I work on the other unreleased projects. I do have, if it's just unedited content, I have that. I have literal recordings of me, like, I was going to do as book videos, but they are, you can tell that it's just like me recording because sometimes I'll say something, I'll be like, no, I'll do that again. And I'll be like, hello, hello, hello. And I'll just be doing variations of things. So I don't know. I don't know if that counts as like raw footage. It's raw footage, that's what it is. New update has photo mode. I know. I saw the Terriermon assistant Terriermon update for Time Stranger where he goes around and takes pictures. But admittedly, I don't really do a lot of photo time because I still have a story to finish. I feel like if I had finished the story and I would play around with photo mode, but right now we got too much story content to continue to unlock. But I really want to finish Time Stranger. I really want to see where the story goes. Yeah, the 6 or 7 ongoing video projects are around 20% complete. Let's say 10. Let's say 10. Because technically with my workflow, I would add in way more. And the thing is, I've already kind of adjusted my workflow because a lot of the things I add are pre-made. I just have to find the time to sit down and edit them. Admittedly, I still have a little bit of PTSD with editing, only because my computer literally popped and it didn't smoke. It felt like it was going to be one of those cartoonish moments where it smoked. So sometimes I get a little anxious when I bring up the editing software. Even though technically it should be fine now, but part of me is still concerned. Because I really don't want to, nor do I think I am in a current place to replace some of my computers. Oh, the Atelier stream. That was different. That was different. I admittedly liked photo mode in Atelier more than more than the story. I didn't get very far in that story, did I? I just kept getting lost. That's true. I still have the Atelier series as well. Thank you, Focal. Thank you again for the gifted memberships. Thank you again for always sharing your adorable black cat. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, or evening wherever you are. Thank you so much for stopping by. Wait, where did you, ooh. I was trying to think, when did I say 6'7"? I just said it. You got me there. If I didn't say 6'7" before, I just said 6'7". I did say it, darn it. Well, so much for that. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a big deal. I just tend not to say it because I'm like, you hear it so often, especially because every time I pass like my neighbor's kids, they're like 6, 7. So I just subconsciously didn't want to say it. I'm just hold on. When you face kids like that, how do you guys deal with it? Because for me, I'm kind of like the penguins of Madagascar. I was like smile and laugh, just smile and laugh. Because I don't want to like rain on their parade. They're having a laugh, they're having fun. I just kind of go along with it. But internally, I'm like, oh no, not again. You don't. Oh, that's also fair. That's also fair. For me, I just try to smile and laugh. I like to like let them have their joy, let them have their moment. It's internally I'm suffering, but never let it show. I also forgot what else was I going to. Oh, I was thinking about what to stream on Sunday. Cuz technically right now part of me just wants to stream. They're like core games I want to stream. So like Mystria is always because I'm getting ready for the update August 5th. I think it's August 5th because I think August 7th is book club and August 5th is the Mystria update. Indian, we got book club. So I think I'll just take it chill these up 2 weeks. But you will see returns of a lot of streams. So rather than any new games, I think you're gonna see the return of games like Time Stranger. We're gonna start Incompini. Oh, no, I'm not playing Digimon Up. I saw someone talk about the Digimon Up, and it was like, oh, Digimon Up is basically sliding your credit card. Instead of like the Digimon the tamers where it's like you slide a Digimon card in your Digivice, it's like a credit card. And I was like, yep, that's kind of what I expected from a mobile game. Especially one where it's team building. It probably is gacha, isn't it? Gacha and items. It does not sound like for me. But you know what I did see? I did find out that it's not a hack, but it's like a trick you can do in Stardew. In Stardew, if you do the river farm, which we did, and I do want to do the river, continue playing Stardew, but admittedly, right now it's like very Mystria focused. But in Stardew, if you play, you can start out with multiple what is it multiplayer where you can make multiple guest houses and then you can get multiple smokers. Infinite, not infinite. The money will pour in. It's not an infinite money glitch, but it's like amazing way to cash in. Not as predatory as Lynx. I think for me, the most predatory game for gacha that I've played is Infinity Nikki. I cannot believe you had to do gacha for literally every single piece of the outfit, including makeup. That was bonkers. And I admittedly haven't played a lot of mobile games since then. The disappointment was palpable. Contributing to the smoke. I have done none of that. I think. No, I'm kidding. I didn't do any of that. But you? I was thinking. I didn't do none of that because I haven't done it yet, but I do want to try it. It sounds really interesting because in the river farm, having that smoker is probably the only way you can make money. But also, it sounds like a lot of fun just to have like a whole lane of smokers. And technically, we are living in a magical place. I'm sure the smoke filters itself. Somehow. I don't question it. It's Stardew. But I don't think I'll be playing Stardew anytime soon. I definitely want to. Well, actually, I've always wondered when the Mystria update is done, will I continue playing Mystria? Probably. Probably. Honestly, I'll probably play until I can't cap out anything, and then we'll have to find something else. But until then, I'm gonna be playing Mystria for I think it's up to level 100 that I can upgrade the town until. Do smoked veggies exist? They do in real life. I don't think they exist in the game though. Because I think that's just a fish smoker, but people do smoke their veggies. They do infuse it with smoke. What else do they do? They smoke it with wood chips. Yeah, it is a thing. Personally, I'm not someone who enjoys the smoke flavors. What veggies are they smoking? Onions, potatoes, things that they turn into mash. Sometimes broccoli and cauliflower, and then they'll like mix it into things. What else? I've seen people smoke tomatoes for like the grill, kind of. Why? So, what they usually do, this is what I've seen. People will smoke things like potatoes, cauliflower, cruciferous vegetables, and then they'll turn them into mash for like the side. And then it has like a smoky flavor to complement like a barbecue or steak that they're eating. I've also seen people smoke it with wood chips like tomatoes for sauce. Wait, are we talking about different kinds of smoking? I was talking about like literal eating smoking, but true. I'll be honest. I've seen some of the as someone who has seen some of the flavors that they call these things, like there was a joke in like Superstore, the show, if you guys have watched it, where one of the characters is like, "You didn't bring me my bubblegum flavored smoke. It was the you brought like mint peppermint or something." And I was really confused why it was like in different flavors, and that's when I learned of the existence of apparently these flavored things. I'm trying to remember the name. It eludes me. And I really had my boomer moment there. I was like, kids these days. And honestly, that was like only for a moment. I was like, God damn it, these predatory industries. But anyways, it was really fun. Really fun to see all the things people smoke, because one of the things they were smoking was, hold on, what's it called? It was something to put inside bao or like steamed buns, and they wanted it to have like the smoked flavor inside the steamed bun, and I thought that was kind of interesting. Ugh, hate it. Hate predatory industries and how they are literally they're melting the kids' brains in more ways than one. Smoking vegetables. Can't they just smoke the bao? No, they can't. That how do I explain this? If you try to smoke the steamed bun skin, it'd probably just be burnt. Like it's not the same, right? Because you steam the steamed bun. So it's meant to be like fluffy and pluffy. If you were to like grill it, then you might want to have like the grill flavor, but not smoke. But what they wanted was like, I guess, smoky barbecue flavor in the bun, which is why they smoked the ingredients. That's what I remember. But I also saw someone who just literally wanted it to, how to say it, when it opens, they have the steam coming out, and they were like, it has to be smoke. And I'm like, it's just steam. I felt the same way when I saw someone said that the healthy way of frying is just frying your food in water. I'm pretty sure that's just boiling. But I also think, like, it's just rage bait. And it's. I fell for it. I fall for it. It's why I try not to scroll a lot anymore. I try to go onto my designated social media, get my news updates, because I'm currently waiting for the next set of Haikyuu Vobaka to go up for pre-order. I think it's gonna go up. I know it sounds a little early. I think it'll go up next month, but because it's gonna release in October, and they usually release pre-orders about 3 to 4 months ahead. I think it's 3 months ahead. So I think, yeah. Actually, it should be out this month then. Maybe I'll be able to pre order. I just got a pre order, so hopefully it can arrive early like it did this time. But I'll be honest. the cards are still available, and I'm still tempted to get more, but I keep telling myself 8 boxes is enough boxes. I already got my sign card. I got a bunch of cards that I did want. Unfortunately, I could not get some specific ultimate chase cards I wanted, but they have already tripled in price, so I think I'm okay on that side as well. I think because they tripled in price, because I'm only looking at like one place to get it, I think if I was able to read Japanese, I'd have more options. But the only English site I've been able to see like that has complete list of these cards in like a reasonable price range, they kind of also apparently have a monopoly on this. So, uh, Sag, it's okay. It's fine. But I'm very excited. I'm very excited. One thing I realized, I was like wondering why this year for the Cardcaptor Sakura 30th anniversary, why they weren't celebrating. And I was very confused. And then I realized it's the 30th anniversary of the manga, but technically the anime, it is only the 28th anniversary because the anime released 1998, so still got about 2 years before the 30th anniversary there. But it is also Clamp's 30th anniversary. The reason I brought it up is because I keep wanting to open my Cardcaptor Sakura cards, and I'm like, I should wait until the anniversary. I gotta wait 2 years. So if you see me doing a hand cam stream where I'm opening Cardcaptor Sakura cards, it's because I gave in and decided I just wanted to open them. Part of me is a little sad I only bought 2 boxes, but then part of me also remembers how much I paid for these 2 boxes, and I was like, yeah, 2 boxes was enough. Because I got these after. I feel like I'm just ranting today. Technically, this isn't a rant. I'll be honest, I've been kind of subdued when it comes to like chatting because I'm trying not to rant. I've seen so many things that make me want to rant. One thing I will rant about, I saw, and I have to confirm this, so that's why I won't tell you guys who the publisher is. And I wanted to make sure. There was an author who published a book with a publisher, and you know what the inside said? The copyright information page. It says you are not allowed to loan or share this book with anyone else. And I was thinking, oh, is this an advanced reader's copy? Is this an exclusive preview? No, it was a regular book, but they told people not to share the copy of anyone. They said, if you are borrowing this book, please return it to the owner and go buy your own copy to enjoy. The craziest audacity. Absolute nonsense. What do you mean you can't loan your book to someone? This is like, hold on, when we used to watch DVDs and they'd be like, FBI warning, making copies or pirating this can, I don't know, lead to real legal consequences. That was one thing. Telling people they cannot loan your book because it's not supporting the author is absolutely bonkers. And as soon as I confirm it, you best believe I will never buy from this publisher ever again. What in the actual craziness? It was a physical book. That was the crazy thing. It was a physical book. Like, let me just say, digital books, there are ways you can loan it. Nintendo has figured out how to loan digital games. Hello, you did get a gifted membership. Welcome in. I can't believe it. They also saw authors who were like, oh, if you get your books secondhand, I don't sign them because you aren't supporting the author. I'm like, what? What? Excuse me? What do you mean buying a book secondhand means you're not supporting the author? A fan is a fan. Some people's financial situation or environmental conscientiousness means that they're going to buy secondhand when they can. You don't trust the digital loanee, you don't trust them any. That's fair, but at least they're not PlayStation. At least they're not Sony. Crunchyroll now requires you to pay a $14 per month membership in order to buy merch. That is delusional. There is no way that you should have to pay a membership to spend more money for things that aren't even good, not even exclusive. I told you, I have a lot of things I want to rant about. Also, if any author ever tells you that borrowing a book from the library is not supporting the author, they are lying to your face, because libraries, not only do they buy books as physical copies to store in the library, but when they buy digital licenses to loan, because they loan to a larger volume of people, they pay anywhere between 2 to 5 times the price per month to keep these digital books. So by loaning from the library, you're making the license worth it, and you're also supporting the author monthly. Any author who tells you borrowing from the library doesn't count does not know what they're talking about. Or their publisher has given them a really terrible deal, and the publisher is taking all the money. Okay, that's it. Yeah, the authors are saying this, by the way. What I'm telling you isn't from the readers, it's from the authors, and that's what's driving me up the wall. Yeah. Authors who keep saying, like, oh, authors aren't making enough. Publishers are recording record breaking profits. I think the authors should be speaking with publishers before they complain to readers. I feel like there is like how do I say this? The perpetrator is the person they're protecting. All right, all right. I'm trying to chill out. I'm trying to chill out. So many things I would rant about. Well, it's not really a rant. I actually read this story that I really enjoyed. I'm gonna try to talk about something a little more positive because I recently read a story I really liked. It's called A Player Who Hides Their Past. And it's pretty fun. I thought the title was pretty cringe because what it is it's a dungeon hunter story manhwa, if you guys are interested in that. However, this dungeon hunter manhwa, it is from a game, and everyone is playing as the characters they created. And one of the main character, he created his character when he was in middle school, so he's like cringing at like the character he created and like the emo backstory and like the how do I say this? I actually thought that his character was pretty fun, and I really enjoyed it because his character is a noble who loses his family, becomes a demon hunter for revenge, but is a very proper person and a genius. So he's kind of like the Gary Stu. Typical overpowered protagonist, but he's very cool and keeps his calm. And like, it's kind of like two souls in one body. They're supposed to be one, but for the sake of, I guess, comedic effect, they show the main character, because the character he plays becomes him. So everything is done through like everything he wants to say is conveyed through the character. How do I explain this? Because he has a character setting, everything gets translated into the way that the character would say it. So it becomes very formal, it becomes very blunt, it becomes very proud because he's a former noble, which is great to read because honestly, sometimes it's nice to read about someone capable. On the other hand, the main character, he's constantly cringing, and I don't even think that it's that bad when he cringes at things. Maybe I'm just used to fantasy now. But for example, he's like sometimes where how do I explain this? I'm trying to think of a couple of examples. Because for one example, where how do I say this? I'm trying to remember, and I'm trying to find one that's not too spoilery. But if, for example, he's trying to speak to someone, the main character be like, "Oh my God, why are you not bowing down to them? They're like a really important figure." And the character is just really chill about it, very normal, treats them like a normal person, but in like a very proud way. And you actually cringe at the main character instead of what he's cringing at, if that makes sense. because he's so used to the fact that now people cannot see his expressions that now he gets a little overboard and his expressions are kind of gross. Like literal facial expressions they draw on him. It's such a contrast. It is intentional. I do think it's intentional to contrast the really cool character he plays, but it's kind of gross. So sometimes I'm like, dang, I kind of just want to read about the character and I don't really. I just enjoy the world building. I feel like it's really difficult. I don't want to give spoilers because I do really enjoy the story. It is available on Webtoons if you guys are interested. But it's very silly. It is very much a turn off your brain. There are plot holes, unfortunately, where it's like they'll mention a character and never bring it up again, or they'll bring up a character really casually and it'll have like a really important purpose and then it doesn't come up again. And I'm like, I think that was kind of important, but they kind of glossed over it. But that's kind of what happens when you adapt stories from like a novel because the way that the manhwa's story tell is very different and it actually benefits, I think, in some cases. One of the stories was, I think it's like, I don't remember the exact title, but it's like someone who became a genius actor because he got a system. In the novel, they had to do a lot of exposition and explaining like the plot, the expressions, the setting, because it was a lot about these stories and movies that were filmed by the actor. But because in the manhwa they were able to just draw everything, they ended up cutting the pacing by half, which was really good. They also rearranged the pacing, which I actually think worked out really well and made more sense. Because in the novel, he's basically taking 10 projects at the same time. And I know it's a novel, I know it's an overpowered MC story. But I kind of realized by reading the manhwa how ridiculous it was that he was simultaneously doing like 5 or 6 things at the same time, simultaneously maintaining a YouTube channel. I mean, he's not the one editing and anything, he has a team, but still, filming for his YouTube, singing songs for YouTube, filming movies, filming dramas, doing voice acting, doing commercials, and somehow doing meetings, and everyone's like, wow, it's crazy how he's never exhausted. I'm like, how are the rest of you who follow him around still conscious? It's crazy. In some cases, it is fun. Oh, speaking of though, there is an anime out right now called Tomb Raider King. It's actually was one of my favorite manhwas. I really enjoyed the story. It was pretty unique. It was a time travel second chance, but it's based around the fact that there are artifacts in the world based on historical stories and like myths. And I think it's like there are people trying to monopolize and collect these myths. And it's very cool. I'm actually very curious about the anime. I'll have to check it out. Not from Crunchyroll though. Not from Sony. Not with the way they're moving. I'm so glad I canceled my Crunchyroll subscription, like my membership. And I'm really thankful that now there are more options to watch anime, although always sad about the loss of Funimation. Sorry, I feel like I'm all over the place today, but like I told you, I've had like a lot of things I wanted to talk about for a very long time. And I just really I've tried not to. I don't want to rant too much. Too much. But I was very interested because I think Tomb Raider King is a story that would do great as an anime because it has action, but it has the myths, so it actually has a really great potential. I never do a Zatsu stream. I never. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. I definitely feel like I could chat, but could my voice survive an actual 2 or 3 hour Zatsu? That is the question. And that is the question. I also wonder if I have enough topics to talk about. I probably could. But the thing is, like, every time I do a stream where I do a lot of reading, my. I always tell myself, yes, this is why sometimes I like playing voiced games. But who knows? Who knows? Might see a Zatsu in my future. Technically, book club is a Zatsu, isn't it? But it's technically a book based Zatsu. think that's it. I think that's it. I was trying to think if I had any other topics pending that I wanted to talk about. I think that was. Oh. Mm, no, I think that's it. I was going to talk about another book that I was reading. But I think I already mentioned it. It was the. No. Oh, I was. No, 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 no. I'm not trying to make you guys curious. It was just like I was wondering if it was worth mentioning. Basically, there's a story called Dungeon Farmer. And I really like the story. It's very chill. It is a true slice of life dungeon story, if that's what you're interested in. My problem is, I really don't like one of the characters. One of the characters, which becomes the female love interest. She is so terrible and so annoying. At the beginning, he's farming, he's cultivating food, and she demands food or he dies. And he gives it to her because he does fear death. And then she basically demands hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pieces of food. And he's like, oh, then we don't have enough. And she's like, well, tough luck. And he finally stands up to her, but I'm at the point where I've already read the story. I do like it, but she is my least favorite part of it. I get that it's her character, and she is technically a dragon, so she's used to just getting what she wants. But I have like zero tolerance now for these kind of characters where they're just annoyingly selfish. And yeah, later on she becomes like a love interest and I guess helpful, but I don't see it, you know? Just my point of view. But it annoyed me enough when I was reading the manhwa that I had to drop it. I think my threshold for like these characters got really low because like admittedly, nowadays there are stories I used to like where I read it now. And I think that's one of the great things is like when you read a good story, you read it at different points in time and you can feel differently about it. I still enjoy it. But there are definitely things I noticed that before I would have been like, yeah, I'll just ignore it and get through. But now I'm kind of like, do I really want to spend my time reading about this? So I have DNF'd a lot of things now. But I'm slowly going through a lot of stories that I had kind of like stocked up and I'm just reading now and I find I really enjoy them. Like Nebula Civilization, that's a really good one. What was another one I really liked? Um oh, I found out one of the stories that I thought I liked turned out to be a crazy harem story. It is the craziest harem story ever. It's literally like I guess it's a typical harem story because it's just every single female character suddenly falls madly in love with him. And like they try to justify it, but at the same time, it's kind of just nonsensical. And up to that point, I was enjoying the plot, and now I'm like, oh, you ruined the plot. Because for some reason, every single character has to be in love with him. And then that's when I remembered why I don't like harem stories, and I dropped it. Is it the 100? No, I would not read that one. It was another one. It was about. So the main character is someone who found himself in a game. And he was not the main character, he was a supporting character. But his goal was to help the main character finish the game. And then he realizes the main character is crazy, who not only murdered all the female supporting characters, but was apparently in love with him. And he thought the main character was, both of them were male. Turns out the main character was a girl. Sorry, it's spoilers. And she was in love with him. And the reason she got rid of all the female supporting characters was so that she could monopolize him. And it went from being like a really interesting story about there was a potential for depth there. Instead, it just got reduced to, oh, she was in love with him even though he murdered her. And even though, like, I don't know, it got crazy. It was yandere. It was very. And now the second chance he got was he went back in time and he immediately murdered that character. And now he's building his harem, trying to quote unquote save the world. He had some angst about not being like, he didn't automatically become the main character, even though there's no longer a main character. And that was the interesting part. Could a supporting character take over the main character's role without the perks of the main character? Like, you know, the inventory missions and things like that. But nope, now it's just a harem collecting story, and then I dropped it. Kind of like Overgeared. I enjoyed Overgeared up until the point where it became a harem, and his son developed a harem, and it was really unnecessary and weird. And then I remembered this is why every time I look for stories, I filter out harems. Yep. Anyways, I think that's it for me. I feel like I went through a lot of random topics, so apologies, but at the same time, feels kind of nice. I've been. I didn't fully expand on any of them because I wasn't prepared, but it's been like a while. I was like, I don't have a list. They've just been things that have been on my mind. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Did I ever see that cinnamon roll headphones? I did. They are adorable. But I'm more interested in the cinnamon roll chair. Because I don't like headphones, so the headphones don't really appeal to me. I really like the chair. It's blue. It also has a headrest, which is very appealing to me. Because my current chair, even though it has good ergonomics, it does not have a headrest. I also saw the Pikachu and Eevee Razor set that was released. I like the keyboard. It's cute. It's pink. It's a very cute shade of pink. White plastic lawn chair. I will need to confirm. No, I'm kidding. It is an office chair. That's one thing I'm glad about is that I am using an office chair, so it's been okay for my back. It's been okay. But yeah, I don't think I'll be buying anything like that. Right now, my goal is to upgrade my chair to get one with a good headrest, and hopefully that helps with my posture. I did want one of those posture buddies. The little ones where like you sit and because you don't want it to fall, you have to like sit properly so that the little buddy can hang out on your desk. I did like that as well. I found a Pochako and a Cardcaptor Sakura one, but I didn't get them. They're pretty pricey. A recliner. Good for you, but also remember to stretch and take care of your back because I can't imagine that's very good for your spine. Some of the chairs I've seen people use like look great, but like your spine. No, not that one. Because they don't have the features I want, which is footrest and headrest. I actually saw the perfect chair at Costco and I'm still upset that I didn't get it for myself. I feel like I missed out. It immediately sold out and then never came back. It must have been a good chair. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me today. Thank you so much for joining, whether you're chatting, lurking, or watching the VOD. Apologies if you came in expecting a typing game and instead got me ranting about random things. Nope, not one of those either. Because I've kind of looked at them and none of them appeal to me. None of them appeal to me. I think my next stream. Sorry, I was gonna say what was. I lost my train of thought. I'm sleepy today. I actually had a really early morning today, and that is definitely part of the reason why my mind is kind of all over the place. But thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you all, whether you're chatting, lurking, or watching the VOD. I'm Ria, a reader who loves the rain, and I stream 4 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays around this time, usually much more cohesive than this. If you like Pokemon, Digimon, otome, or cozy games, you should subscribe. My next stream is Monday. I think I'll be playing Tomodachi Life. We'll be seeing what kind of drama is going on. I am not sure what I'll be playing next week. It might be Incombini and Time Stranger. It might be Pokemon Fire Red and Time Stranger. That was the other thing I wanted to mention. So in Fire Red, I said that Koga was level 37 and I was going to grind. It turns out he's level 43. 43. That means I'm gonna have to do the entire bike path grind. I did evolve some of my mons to get the EXP Seeker, and then we still need to go to Safari, and I still need to do so much grinding, so much leveling. So we might play Fire Red, Time Stranger, and Tomodachi Life next week. Meons. I forgot how like crazy the jump was. What do you mean Koga is level 47 and the previous gym was only level 36? There's 11 levels difference. I also got the good rod. Why do you get the good rod after the super rod? I don't understand. I don't understand. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm enjoying my playthrough. Anyways, that's gonna be it. If you are interested in joining book club, we do have book club going on August 7th. We are reading The Rainfall Market. If you guys are interested, you can get more details in my communities tab. I will make the waiting room soon. I realize if I make the waiting room too early, it kind of messes with the way the YouTube pushes the stream. So I've kind of been trying to time it a little better. I think 2 weeks before is okay. Hopefully. And when I say that, it just messes it up on my end. I don't think it really affects you guys unless you guys aren't getting notifications for it. Sometimes it doesn't push, but I'll keep an eye on that and we'll see. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Ree. I'm so sorry. I'm just about to end the stream, but congrats on the gifted membership. And thank you so much for stopping by. You are. I'm sorry. I appreciate you stopping by, though. This game is very cute. A little spicier than I expected, and the typing game is interesting. So if you're interested, you should check out the VOD. Yeah, thank you to Focal again for the gifted memberships. Thank you all for being here. The thumbnail looks spicy, does it? Interesting. The game is spicy. Like, spicy as in I would enjoy it, but I definitely don't want to read it out loud. So if that's your thing, definitely check it out. It is linked in my description box. And this is free to try. So if you guys are interested, definitely check it out on the Steam page. And that's it. For the very last time, thank you so much for watching, listening, and being here. Remember to drink water, stretch, eat your fiber, but make sure it's cooked, frozen, or canned, and take care of yourselves. I hope I see you in another stream. Until next time, subscribe.